Alright guys, welcome back to the Gun Dungeon. Today we're going to be taking a look at something fairly new to the market. This is the Hex Wasp, and this is a micro red dot. It is licensed by Springfield Armory. It says right there on the box. 3.5 MOA red dot, 2-year runtime, waterproof, and then it gives you some website to go see their specs. It says right here made in China, which a lot of optics are made in China these days. Outside of Trijicon, I don't really know who else you're gonna get one made in the US, but let's go ahead and open this thing up. Try not to destroy this pretty box I got here. I've not had it out. This is the first time, so you're seeing it as we get it. Little manual here, battery, some screws, some wrenches. That's it. Nope, I don't know what that was. Okay. Group down, group left. So it looks like this is a little tool to be able to adjust the dot. That'll be handy, which I haven't seen how these even adjust just yet. So on the bottom, you can see they got some plastic little nuts here. We'll just unscrew those. Well, ain't that cute? Take those out. Come on now, get out of there. And then the dot comes out. One thing I'll say is this does have an aluminum body and bezel, so it's probably a little bit more durable than the Romeo Zero, which we'll be taking off of this gun and installing this on in its place. Not a captured floor, same as the Zero, so the battery will set there and then set against the slide, it looks like. I don't know how this is supposed to work on that adjustment up and down. Doesn't look like that fits at all for anything. Maybe it's just to tell you your clicks. Maybe it's just a guide. Yeah, I don't think it's a tool. Now that I'm looking at it, it looks more like a guide that you would use, and you'd use these notches to know how much you're actually turning it. It looks like it uses probably one of these little small Allen wrench that it comes with to adjust it. So that's not a tool to adjust your sights. That's just something to use to know how much you're adjusting it. So no sense in beating around the bush. Let's just go ahead and take this Zero off. And I got some tools here. Hopefully I don't take forever digging around to find them. Hell, that's what may work. Nope, that's a Torx head. Let me grab some tools. YouTube's gonna get mad at me for doing a install video, but I don't care. All right, that fits perfect. Well, I hate to take this Romeo Zero off. This thing was dialed in, but for the sake of YouTube and your viewership, we shall do it. I may like the Hex Wasp better anyways. Oh yeah, and one of the reasons I may like it better is something I failed to mention, and it's actually not, I didn't see it listed on the packaging, but in the description online, it actually lists the one of the features of that Hex Wasp is the auto dimming feature. So it picks up your ambient light in your surrounding area and will dim or brighten your dot based on your surrounding light. So we'll have to check that out for sure and see how that works. Put this over here before I lose it. So that's the Zero, that's battery. Leave those screws there so I don't lose them. Now let's see this. Now I'm gonna mount it on the Hellcat. You know, Springfield, might as well. This has 4 posts here, which is troublesome for some red dots, but that seems to fit down on there nicely. Doesn't hang off the slide. Matches up nice. It even has a, looks like a serration here, lines up with your slide serrations. Very, very nice, appeasing to the eye. But it fits on those lugs well. So, all right, take these little screws out. Hopefully these screws are the correct length, because the ones that came with the Romeo for this gun were too long. I know I should probably read the manual, but I'm not going to. All right. So I will say this, the battery actually stays in this, whereas with the Zero, it doesn't. The battery on the Romeo Zero, it just falls right out. There's nothing to retain that battery. Whereas this one, it kind of snaps in there. It's got a little retention spring, and it seems to hold on to the actual battery pretty good. So I'll just start those screws in. Grab the supplied, it's not an Allen wrench, it's actually a Torx head. Now get that started. Well, I see something, but it ain't much of a dot. If that's what the dot's supposed to be, we are in trouble. Maybe it'll get better whenever I tighten it down. Oh no. Looks like a spider web in there of red. Feels firm. So the screws are probably the correct length. I know with the Zero, when I first installed it and I used the factory screws, it would allow the sight to actually come up and down. Boy, that ain't good. I don't know if you can see it or not. I doubt you can. I'll have to get you a different view here in a minute, but boy, that's not good. Oh no. All right, I don't know if there's adjustments on this thing. I'm going to read this manual, make sure that I didn't do something stupid, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, so I wanted to show you here in this darker hallway, it almost seems like the light, like the dot is flickering a little bit in low light, but I walked it out into the bright sunlight and it got a lot better. And when I came back in, it was like this. When I first was looking through it there just a minute ago, it just looked like a snowflake of red, but it seems to have kind of adjusted itself. You can see the dot there. We'll walk out into the sunlight and you can see how it adjusts itself. Okay, I'm at the basement door here. I'm going to attempt to open this door. You can see the dot. Kind of a little bit, I mean, there's a light behind me, probably 20 feet, but it's very bright outside, so I'll grab this door. Well, it doesn't look like you can see much with the camera. I can definitely see the dot. The camera is not picking it up in at all out here in the daylight, but I can definitely see it. It is much brighter. So, okay, problem that I thought we may have probably averted. So let's go zero it and take some shots. All right, so it sucks that we can't really see the dot on camera in the daylight, but you'll just have to take my word for it. It does get quite a bit brighter. I can see it just clear as a bell out here, and it's pretty bright today. I can see it very well. I've got 3 rounds loaded in the mag. I've got our little teeny tiny Allen wrench that was supplied in my pocket. painted the larger target there. That way I can see where I'm getting impacts. And I'm just gonna shoot 3 rounds, see where it's hitting, and then I'll adjust my sight from there and y'all can witness that. We'll see how that goes. Me with this Hellcat riding that slide stop, but it actually looks like it's pretty well zeroed. That first shot I pulled to the left a little bit. The next 2 were stacked right on top of each other, right where I was aiming. So I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's try to run some steel with it and see if I start slinging shots. But as far as slow fire, looks pretty well zeroed. I'm not necessarily the best at standing slow fire anyways, but we shall see. Just load a couple here and run it. What I got in there, 8? We'll just run 8, see if she's on. Oh man, tell you what, I don't think I can pick this dot up as easy as I can that 0 though. Click, man. If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't from me gripping this gun, it's not the gun, it's me. I'd really like this thing, but well, I mean, I do really like it, but I'd like it a lot more. I can tell you right off the bat, I cannot pick up the dot as easy with that as I can the Romeo 0. I can't find it when I first come up as fast. And I actually lost it during that string of fire, which is something I haven't done with the 0. I'm not sure if it's the screen's larger on the 0 or what it is, just the geometry of the shape. I'm not sure what it is, but I can definitely tell a difference. And to me, that 0 actually done a little better as far as getting on target. But we'll run another mag here. Should have brought more than one mag out, but I didn't. And let's see if it gets any better. Man, every time I do that. I mean, it seems to be zeroed, but I can tell you right now, I like the 0 better. I'm probably gonna swap the 0 back on it, even though this looks really good. This is aesthetically pleasing on this gun. Seems like the cuts and stuff on the red dot, they look to match the same cuts on the slide. It fits the slide very well. The finish seems to be pretty close to the slide finish. It looks great. And you know, it may just be me, I may just suck with a red dot, but I actually like the 0 a little better. Don't know if I mentioned it or not, but the Wasp, I picked it up for, it was right at $300, I think, is what I ended up getting it for. And I'd got an email that Springfield had put out that was advertising it, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, well, shoot, I might as well try it. So I'd been messing with that Hellcat and the 0, so I might as well try it. Stick it on there since it's made for that gun, and I think Sig did a better job. Yeah, I gotta dig for it. I gotta find it. I don't have to do that with the Romeo. Click. That gets annoying. All right, so I believe that's all I really need to say about that thing. I know as soon as I close the camera here, I'm gonna go in there and put the 0 back on it. if I'm gonna carry it, which I do carry this thing, have carried it with the 0. I did try it in the same holster that I had before I came out here. It fit fine, didn't have any problems, so should fit any holster that's made for the red dots with this gun. But yeah, this thing probably be for sale if you wanted, hit me up. But the features are great. Battery life seems, it's advertised great if that holds up. The glass is clear, slight bluing tint, not much at all, but the dot is okay. I don't like how it flickers in low light, how it seems like the dot kind of has like almost like a static look to it in low light, and I just can't find the damn thing whenever I come up with it. And like I said, I've lost it while I was shooting, so I'm not a big fan of it. Probably me. Somebody else that's used to like an RMR, I know RMR has a little smaller screen, somebody that's used to that may pick this thing up and love it. I actually like the 0 better. So that's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. As always, guys, stay tuned.